Hello everyone. Today we will explore an unexpected twist in the story of CEO James and Diep. CEO James is facing deception from his rival, making the situation increasingly tense. Meanwhile, Diep is confronted with a very difficult decision as she accepts a long-lost mother. How will everything unfold? Watch the video to find out more. It all begins when CEO James receives news that John's company has suddenly withdrawn its investment. The shock and anxiety are evident in his words. "What did you just say? On what basis are you saying this?" This reaction reflects his tension and confusion, as the simultaneous withdrawal of capital by various companies is a heavy blow, severely impacting James's business operations. Next, when James gets into a minor accident, a slight collision with a pedestrian, this situation highlights the contrast between major business crises and small yet concerning real-life incidents. When the man he bumped into asks, "Are you okay?" and James calmly responds, "I'm fine," we see his resilience and strength. However, beneath that composure lies a deeper emotional wound, as he admits. "These are just minor injuries, nothing compared to the wounds in my heart." When Diep goes to buy light bulbs to keep her poultry warm, her conversation at the general store reveals her sincerity and meticulousness in every choice she makes. Her first question, "Do you sell light bulbs here?" shows her certainty and need to gather information before making a purchase. When the store clerk asks whether she needs the bulbs for home lighting or livestock, her response, "Probably for livestock," clearly indicates her specific intention, to take care of her chickens and ducks. Diep then requests a cheap light bulb and carefully inquires about additional accessories, such as wiring. Her words, "just something inexpensive," reflect her frugality, along with her attention to small details to ensure that caring for her poultry is both convenient and cost-effective. During checkout, Diep has a polite exchange with the clerk, clarifying the total amount and handling the change with appreciation. Her final words, "My chickens and ducks won't be cold anymore," reveal her warmth and joy in being able to ensure the well-being of the animals she looks after. This moment highlights not only Diep's hard-working and meticulous nature, but also her deep love and care for the small creatures she nurtures. Diep continues to show her meticulous care and attention to everything around her. After installing the heat lamp for her chickens, she doesn't stop at just tending to them, but also heads to the sapodilla garden to pick fruit. Her words, "This sapodilla is really delicious," reflect her excitement and joy in seeing the fruits of her labor ripening. She then observes, "It smells so good. This one is almost ripe," and "This one is nearly ripe too." These remarks not only express her satisfaction with the garden, but also highlight her careful nurturing of the plants. They reveal her deep connection and affection for everything in her life. When she says, "It's almost full," she conveys her happiness in seeing her garden flourish, a testament to her dedicated care over time. When Diep calls out, "Good girl, come in here," it's clear that she treats not only her chickens, but also her entire garden as an essential part of her life. With her final words, "I'll cook something for you later, okay?" Diep expresses her warmth and affection for the small creatures she looks after. At the same time, it reflects her attentiveness to both their needs and her own, as she prepares meals to nurture both her animals and her family in daily life. Diep is lost in deep thought about the upheavals in her life, especially regarding her mother and brother. She recalls the moments when her mother had to go to the hospital and past events that left her feeling somewhat heartbroken. Despite the distance between them, her love for her mother and brother is evident in her every thought and action. Her words, "Maybe I was too harsh on Tuan yesterday," show that Diep is reflecting on her actions, realizing that she may have been too strict in previous situations. This self-awareness is a sign of maturity, acknowledging one's own mistakes and taking responsibility when necessary. When she says, "After all, it's the truth, and it's not his fault," she is coming to terms with painful realities while demonstrating her emotional growth and willingness to face the truth, even when it hurts. Diep also considers her mother and brother, saying, "And my mother too. I will accept her." This reveals her decision to embrace her mother and brother despite the circumstances not being ideal. Her choice stems from unconditional love and deep compassion. She recognizes that she and her mother share similar struggles, which strengthens her resolve to care for her family, apologize to her brother, and visit her mother. Her final statement, "I have to visit Mom and apologize to my brother," highlights her strong determination to mend family relationships. And when she says, "Hockey, stay home and help me, okay? If I find something tasty, I'll bring it back for you," it's not just about providing material care. It's an expression of love and affection for those she holds dear. As Diep prepares to visit her mother and brother, the unexpected arrival of CEO James creates a moment of surprise, yet feels entirely natural. Through his actions, James is not just a colleague or superior, he is someone who genuinely cares, offering support and sharing in Diep's concerns. His words, "Yesterday I sent over some poultry for you to take care of," reflect his thoughtfulness and generosity, making Diep feel supported and valued. When James asks about how she takes care of the animals, Diep's detailed explanation of each species and the living environment she has created for them highlights her dedication and sense of responsibility. "Looks like you're about to have a big farm soon," he remarks, recognizing her passion and commitment. Diep's enthusiasm and response shows not only her love for her work, but also her clear vision for expanding it into a fully developed farm. When Diep says, "I'm planning to visit my mother," viewers can sense the care and concern she has for her family. And when James responds, "I was also thinking of visiting Tuan's mother," it becomes clear that they share the same priority, family. James openly expresses his willingness to accompany Diep, further reinforcing their connection. His final words, "Then let's go together," are more than just a suggestion. They signify companionship and support. This moment deepens the bond between them, showcasing a sense of solidarity and mutual care. By sharing this concern for their loved ones, they not only express kindness, but also demonstrate an understanding and willingness to stand by each other through life's challenges. Diep expresses deep love and care for her mother. When James asks, "How is your mother doing?" it shows his concern for her health while also giving Diep the opportunity to have a personal conversation with her. His suggestion, "Let's step outside for a bit so Diep can talk to her mother," demonstrates his respect for Diep's family bond, allowing her the privacy to reconnect with her mother. Diep's question, "Mom, are you feeling better now?" conveys her worry and hope for her mother's recovery. When she asks, "Are you happy to have me back?" it reveals her need for reassurance and a desire to understand her mother's feelings about their long-awaited reunion. Diep openly expresses her happiness, saying, "I love you so much, Mom." This heartfelt declaration reflects the depth of her emotions and the strong bond she wishes to rebuild. Her words, "No matter what happens, I will always be your daughter," affirm her unwavering love and commitment to her mother, regardless of past hardships. Finally, her promise, "Mom, you have to take good care of yourself. My brother and I will work hard to earn enough money so our family won't have to struggle anymore," highlights her determination to provide a better life for their family. This is a message full of hope, showing Diep's belief in a brighter future and her willingness to fight for it. CEO James's concern for Tuan and his family is evident throughout their conversation. When James tells Tuan, "Yesterday I had a heartfelt talk with Diep. She truly cares about your mother and sees you as her brother," it shows that James understands Diep's feelings and the bond she shares with Tuan. His words also reflect his empathy and respect for the familial ties Diep values so deeply. When James advises, "Don't tell your mother about this secret, I'm afraid she won't be able to handle it," it highlights his concern about the emotional impact such news could have on Tuan's mother. His words reveal his deep care for her well-being, demonstrating his protective nature and thoughtfulness. His simple yet kind gesture, "Could you give me a bag? I brought some fruit. Please have some. It's good for someone who's unwell to eat fresh fruit," showcases his attentiveness and generosity. Not only does he bring fruit for Tuan's mother, but he also makes sure Tuan feels included and cared for. This small act reflects his politeness and genuine regard for those around him. As the conversation continues, James asks, "Is your mother doing okay?" To which Tuan responds, "Yes, sir." This exchange further illustrates James's deep concern for her health, reinforcing his desire to ensure that she is well. When James asks, "Have you already spent all the money you had?" and Tuan responds, "I still have a little left," James proceeds to offer him more. His words, "Take this and use it to take care of your mother," express not just financial assistance, but emotional support. This moment emphasizes that James is more than just a leader. He is a dependable friend who is always ready to help those in need, embodying kindness and compassion in his actions. Diep began the conversation with a sincere apology. "Tuan, I'm sorry. I didn't behave properly the other day." This showed Diep's maturity as she realized that her actions might have hurt someone else. She acknowledged her mistake and was ready to face it. Her words reflected remorse and a desire to reconcile with Tuan, emphasizing how much she valued her relationship with him and his family. Tuan responded with understanding. "It's okay. I thought that since I deceived you, you would be angry with me." Diep continued to express her feelings sincerely and deeply. "The truth is, I was an orphan from a very young age. When I received the news and finally met my mother, I was very happy, truly happy. But when I later found out that she wasn't my biological mother, I felt sad. The sense of loss and pain from her past still lingered in her heart." Tuan showed his empathy, saying, "I won't say anything more. Just think of me as your brother." He didn't want Diep to worry about these secrets any longer. His words were like a promise to protect and care for Diep, demonstrating his genuine affection for her. Diep responded warmly. "I also hope that from now on, I can try my best to help you and Mother." Finally, Tuan expressed his determination. "I will work hard to earn money to take care of our mother, and more than that, I will also take care of you." When Diep answered James' question about how she decided regarding her mother, she shared, "I still choose to keep this bond because I have already considered her as my real mother. No matter what happens, I will stay by her side." CEO James responded, "I've always said that what truly matters is the bond between you and her." His words not only showed respect for Diep's decision, but also reassured her that she had his support on the path she had chosen. Both Diep and James shared a sense of sympathy for each other's circumstances and for Diep's mother. James remarked, "I think both of you are truly unfortunate." This statement reflected his deep empathy, allowing Diep to feel the comfort of having someone who understood and shared her emotions. Finally, when James suggested taking a walk at the sports festival, "Shall we go for a stroll?" To his invitation was more than just a casual suggestion. It was his way of creating a relaxing atmosphere for Diep, helping her momentarily set aside her worries and enjoy a peaceful moment. Diep agreed. Yes, showing that she was willing to join and unwind, as this was a way for her to find some comfort after everything she had been through. Diep shared her feelings. "I have accepted that truth. My mother will always be my mother, and my brother will always be my brother." When Diep thanked James for taking her out and helping her feel better, she said, "I feel so much better now." CEO James not only focused on making Diep happy, but also spoke about the future, including plans for the farm and her further studies. "The teacher will be arriving soon. In a few days, she will start teaching you directly at the farm." Finally, when Diep decided to go home to take care of her chickens and ducks, she said, "I still have my chickens and ducks at home to take care of." This showed her sense of responsibility toward her work and the small farm animals she lovingly tended to. It was a meaningful part of her life, something she cherished and dedicated herself to. This lighthearted conversation not only helped Diep feel more at ease, but also highlighted the bond between her and James, filled with care, encouragement, and genuine support. James was not just a friend. He seemed to be someone who was always there, helping her through difficult times and bringing joy back into her life. The conversation between James and Juke at the wood factory was tense, filled with underlying tension and significant implications. In this meeting, James exuded confidence as he tried to persuade Juke about the potential for collaboration with his company. However, their relationship appeared to be more than just a simple business partnership. There might be deeper motives and complex schemes hidden beneath the surface. At the start, when James inquired about the company's operations, Juke responded not only candidly, but also shared details about the daily wood shipments and the company's growth. This suggested that James was attempting to build trust with Juke, while simultaneously scrutinizing his partner's supply capabilities. The debate over expanding the factory and the demand for more time, only to be rejected for being too long, highlighted the urgency and pressure coming from James. James then elaborated on the advanced technology his company utilized. showcasing his pride and commitment to maintaining quality and efficiency in production. He also emphasized his company's long-term relationships and international opportunities, such as trips to Japan, that provided a competitive edge. This conversation was not just about machinery. It was James's way of asserting his technological superiority and dominance in the wood industry, forcing Duke to reconsider his position. However, Duke remained hesitant, insisting on needing more time for expansion. This reflected not only time constraints, but also deeper disagreements in their negotiations. A key moment arose when James invited Duke to dinner, only to be declined, a sign that their relationship was far from amicable. James seemed eager to persuade Duke and push the deal forward, but Duke remained wary, rejecting his invitations and merely stating he would consider it. Finally, James's words, "Just wait, I will take back everything that your family took from mine," served as a clear threat. Beneath this statement lay not only a warning of an impending revenge plot, but also a sign of deep-rooted conflicts and disputes, likely stemming from past events between their families. This conversation unveiled hidden agendas and revealed that James was far from just an ordinary businessman. He might have much darker objectives driving this relationship. So the conversation between James and Duke has led to intense developments filled with hidden implications. Will the schemes behind the scenes succeed, or will there be unexpected twists in this relationship? We'd love to hear your thoughts on this meeting. What do you think about James and Duke's decisions? Leave a comment below the video and share your opinions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next exciting developments in this story. Thank you for watching.